Hi. Most D&D campaigns don't end in a dramatic TPK. They just fizzle out. Someone cancels one week and then the DM cancels the next week and all of a sudden you don't know how to restart it. It's a canon event. It can be caused by so many different things, but two recurring elements are definitely burnout and not really feeling connected to the people you're playing with anymore. So how do we avoid these things, Minty? Don't you worry, random citizen, that's what I'm here to help with. I made a previous video on things you can do as an individual in between D&D games to stay more connected to your party and to your story, but I've been thinking more about ways that you can actually hang out together to get your dose of D&D, but ways that don't require you having to play a session and ways that just inject a bit of whimsy into your life. So for those weeks where you could use a bit of a campaign break but you still need some human connection, here are my 5 ways you can have some D&D related fun without having to play D&D. Starting with number 1. If your party has ever had a conversation that sounded like this.
Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess!
Then this one's for you. Chances are you've come across something like Kahoot while you were at school, where you would all log in and try and make each other laugh with stupid usernames and answer quiz questions. I recently saw a great video of a couple using Kahoot at their wedding, and that got me thinking, why did we all stop Kahooting? Or having fun, silly little quizzes, and D&D should be no different. It's a great way to run a quiz with your party and test if anyone has actually been paying attention to the lore or the story. You can ask questions about NPCs or previous events or character backstories. A "who said this quote" would also be really fun. And it can be a really fun way for DMs to incentivize with small, mundane magical items that the party could get if they get a good score. You could even keep this going as a pre-game pop quiz every session to see if people remember what happened in the previous session. It's a unique way to do a recap. This activity is especially good if your party is not the type to play weekly or you haven't gotten together in a while and everyone's feeling a bit rusty on the story. It turns recapping the game into a game instead of a guilt trip. Number 2, this is for all the Chaos Goblin parties. If you're in need of a good laugh and you need something super unserious, it can be really, really fun to imagine your characters and NPCs in completely different scenarios and worlds. And by that I mean, it's time to throw all of your characters into a Hunger Games simulator. Have fun seeing which character dies eating the wrong berries or who brutally murders who. Or for another suggestion, you can throw all of your characters into a drag race simulator and find out which NPC would absolutely slay in the lip sync. I have a friend who is a Drag Race fan who I also happen to work with, and he regularly puts all of our company staff members in a Drag Race simulator and then publishes the results. It never gets old. If you need something even lower pressure but still a bit gamified, then get one of those classic tier systems and rank all of the monsters you fought or all of your NPCs based on who your favorites are. That is such an easy way to have some fun. This hangout isn't just perfect for chaos parties, it's also perfect if somebody needs cheering up. Maybe someone in your party has gone through something recently and they're not quite ready to play again, or maybe some of the in-game events have been a bit heavy recently and you just need a little break. Number 3, okay, craft and sentimental girlies, it's your turn. You've probably seen trends around analog activities right now, around grandma hobbies and crocheting and doing pottery, anything that feels tangible. And it's most likely related to the fact that people are just feeling so anxious right now. Digital fatigue is a lot. And so people often want something that they can feel and want to feel alive. I don't know how best to describe it. You can bring this into D&D with a craft night. Why not all paint mugs that are related to your character and then use that as your mug on game nights? Or all get a really simple wooden dice box and decorate it, or decorate a binder for your character sheet. There are so many different things you could do. And this doesn't just have to be in person as well. Everyone online can buy the same thing and do it over Discord. I did this with a friend recently, not D&D related, but we just kind of collaged these bookmarks together based on aesthetics we like, and it was so fun just to sit down and do something with your hands. I think it relaxes you in a way that you kind of forget when we spend all of our time scrolling on our phones. This is a great hangout if you just need to touch some grass, and also if you want a memento to keep so that you can remember your campaign forever. But if you're like my party and you are all in different places and you tend to play and hang out online, then there are still ways you can get creative without rotting your brain. Number 4, it's time to get collaborative. I talked in my previous video about creating playlists or Pinterest board for your character so that you can kill time in between games, but there's no reason why you can't collaborate on this with your party. Create a playlist of anthems for your party and the story so far, or decide on their next outfit for the ball or for the next level up. You can do that on Pinterest boards, but if you want to do it visually in real time and see what everyone is doing, then hop on Canva and you can all drag and drop images and create a collage together. Maybe create a collage of your favorite city that the party has visited, or if they have a home, then create a collage for what you want the home to look like. Another fun idea is hopping on something like Hero Forge or Eldritch Foundry and everyone creating minis. DMs can obviously create minis of NPCs or monsters, and you can all show each other at the end. This one is especially great if your party are Discord natives, but you also really like to body double. So 2 people can be collaging, one person's creating a mini and another person's playing Hollow Knight. It doesn't matter what you're getting up to, it just matters that you're all doing it together. And finally, number 5, if you're a proud type A person, then this one is for you. You may also have seen admin nights going around as a trending activity where people are finding ways to make mundane and boring tasks a lot more wholesome and fun by doing it together. But forget taxes or paying bills or whatever it is you need to do, let's make it D&D. If your party are hitting a level up soon or they have just leveled up, then get together in a room and all help each other with your next spells or feats or ASIs. Make a list of magical items, a wish list that you want to hopefully try and buy or find or forge in some way. And finally, sort out your inventory. Figure out who is holding which potion so that it saves someone in the next battle, or how much money everyone now has since the last payout from the last quest. This hangout is really helpful if everybody just needs a little bit of energy and a little bit of excitement to get back into the game, because now you have some new spells or feats or maybe some new to-dos on your narrative to-do list that you're excited to carry out in your next session. It's a great one for DMs and players to be able to collaborate out in the open rather than in silo. You can min-max without judgment to your heart's content, and your DM gets a break from keeping track of your important items. Campaigns don't always die because people stop caring. They die because life gets heavy and complicated, and it's hard to schedule this hobby. We all know it. Sometimes the best way to keep a story alive is to stop telling it for a minute and just breathe and laugh and talk and be with the people that you're telling that story with. If you're a DM or a player and you can feel yourself burning out, or you know somebody needs a break, then suggest this to your party for your next session. Everybody will probably be excited for a change of pace, and you can always come back to the campaign when everybody is ready. I will be making a future video about different sessions you can run that are more high effort, that help to revive campaigns or help to get people invested in the story again. But while I was planning for that video, I had all of these kind of silly little ideas. So I wanted to make sure that there was a place for these silly hangout ideas. I really hope these are helpful. It's definitely something I'll be doing with my parties, so I hope it helps your party and your campaign to last longer as well. Some of you probably already do these things. I'm an idiot, so tell me in the comments, what ways do you hang out with your party? What ways do you take breaks? What traditions have you come up with over time? I would love to hear about it. A lot of this video was actually inspired by things I've heard my commenters saying in Instagram and TikTok comments, so please drop it down below. You constantly inspire me and I'd love to hear about it. I'll see you in the next video. I'm wishing you the best of stories. Bye!